Hello, welcome back to In the Hive Beekeeping. So it's a beautiful day here in Suffolk. Sun's been out, the blossom's out. It's about 15 degrees and all the bees are flying really well. Now have a look at these hives. So here we've got the two splits at this end that we did. Well, at this end we've got two mini splits in the nuke, and we have bees flying from both sides of that. You can see it coming and going from that side. Not so many. You'd expect that. There's only a couple of frames in each of those. So this is the split. We've got loads going in and out of there. And this is hive number 3 with the original queen in. So you remember last week we left her with an empty, basically an empty super in the top. One frame of stores and then a frame of brood in the bottom in an empty nest. So it's that one we want to go in and check today. The splits we're going to leave alone for the next 3 weeks. We don't want to disturb them while they're making a queen. Don't want a virgin queen to fly off and get lost. So we'll just have to go back in there in 3 weeks and hope that they've got a mated queen. But yeah, without any further ado, we'll get into this colony and see how the queen's doing, whether they've started pulling out any of the new frames and whether she's started laying. Alright, we'll see you in the hive. Okay, you've got you on the side this time. Hopefully you can see alright. Let's have a little look. Put a rapid feeder on there. They've got through about 1 litre of 1-to-1 syrup, which I was hoping would help them to keep themselves warm. Start drawing out some frames. Remember, these guys had basically nothing when we did the split last week. Let's have a look at them now. Whoa, there's plenty of bees in there. So like we said, we were expecting the flying bees to all come back over to this side. It's nice and full. Let's give them a buff, just to let them know we're coming. Alright, now I just want to have a little look in the middle here really and see what we've got. I'm going to be a bit of a wuss though and get the gloves on. And they're flying up at me already. Who can blame them with the amount of messing around they've had? Okay, so I have the first frame out. That's got some weight to it. Okay, yep, that's the frame of stores we gave them. Wow, and that looks like it's full of nectar. That is not sugar syrup. So this is the frame that had some holes in it. Yeah, loads of stores in there. More stores in that one. I mean, you can see this all right. Wow, yep. I'm going to do a bit of a close-up with this one. And you can see here she's built some they've built some drone comb where the holes were. And then there's eggs in the middle here as well. Okay, here we go. I've got myself a close-up camera this time. So that was a nice frame with some eggs in. Look at all these bees right up the top here. I'm going to pull this one out as well. And here we go. I just want to show you this because this is very interesting. I'll just make sure the queen isn't on this one. No, can't see her, but we have got drones in here. Let me see. Can we see him? There we go. There's a drone. It's nice to see. That's good news for getting queens mated. And then we've got some drone comb here. You see the bigger holes? That was where there was a hole in the frame and they've repaired it and they've decided to put drone in there. And as you can see in all of these cells, well, hopefully you can see in all of these cells, there is an egg. Which means the queen has been coming up here into this top super of drawn comb and laying it all up beautifully. Lots of bees, and they're really calm actually. This is the queen right side, so I'll expect them to be pretty good. Let's have a look at this one. Can we see here? Wow, yep. This is another whole frame of eggs. If you can see past all the bees in here. See there's eggs in the bottom of those cells? That is fabulous. Exactly what we want to see. Well, it's not looking too bad under here. I did come in and pop the dummy board in, and I also popped in an empty frame that I'd managed to steal from another hive. So hopefully they will have started to draw these out. Oh wow, yeah, so this was just plain foundation. You can see they've nearly drawn out that side completely. And is it being laid in? I can't see any eggs in there yet, but that is nearly ready to lay in. That's fabulous frame. And then let's have a little look at the next one. I'm not expecting this to be built out at all. No, there we go. Just foundation, but they're on it. They are looking at it. And what about on the other side there? Whoop. Annoyed that one. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that. They're drawing it out. Clearly hard at work here. That is good news, and I think they're on a bit of a flow as well, which, given how much blossom there is around, isn't much of a surprise really. Move that over, dummy board in this end. And the ground board back on top. There we go. So, despite the time of year and slightly dodgy weather forecast, it looks like we might have gotten away with this one. Now we're just really hoping that we can get those queens mated. You can see they're all flying absolutely beautifully today. I'm really pleased with that. But yeah, we'll keep you up to date. I think it's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I really get in there. Well, it's probably another 3 weeks before I get in there and have a look at the splits and see whether they've got mated. But 15 degrees, sunny, they're all flying. It's looking a lot more hopeful than it was last week, to be honest. So yeah, fingers crossed. All right, we'll see you next time in the hive. Bye.